vote was as follows. Borrows, Darren, Independent, 66. Charters, Luke, Labour Party, 23,160. Crispin Bailey, John Edward, Reform UK, 5,912. Eddington David James, Yorkshire Party, 260. Hayden Keith Andrew, Independent, 141. Hollier Andrew Graham, Liberal Democrats, 5,496. Kearney Michael, Green Party, 2,212. Main Hal Anais, Independent, 88. Sturdy Julian Charles, the Conservative Party, 13,770. The total number of votes cast was 51,106. The total number of ballot papers rejected was 184. The ballot papers were rejected for the following reasons. Wanted official mark, none. Voting for more than one candidate, 24. Writing or mark by which the voter could be identified, none. Unmarked or void for uncertainty, 160. Therefore, I give public notice that Luke Charters is duly elected as the Member of Parliament for the York Outer constituency.
People of York Outer have put their trust in me. They know it's time for change, change for a stronger economy, a better start for our children, a stronger NHS, and that is exactly what this new Labour government will bring. Thank you to everyone today who's made this run so smoothly, to the returning officer, the staff here at the venue, the staff at the polling centres and at the count, and to the police as well. And I want to thank all of the candidates for a good race. You fought on the issues you cared about. And to Julian, you've given many years of service to York Outer, so thank you. Thank you also to my family, my wife Beth, my son Robin, to my friends, to my team, to my agent, and a massive thank you to all of the staff, the volunteers who knocked on doors every single day, often in the wind and the rain, to those who stuffed envelopes, manned the phones and got every single vote out. Thank you. You've been amazing and your optimism has really kept me going. But last but not least, thank you to the people of York Outer. I'm grateful for each and every vote, every person who put a cross in that Labour box and put their trust in me. There will be many people who voted Labour, even for the first time, and I'll do everything I can to fight for you. And to you in particular, I say thank you. I promise to repay the trust you've put in me. But I'm standing here today as a testament to what a Labour government can do. Many of you will know I was a student at Huntington School, and now I've been sent to the House of Commons, thanks to the wonderful teachers I had there. So the power of a great state education must be recognised. But what will Labour deliver? This is a vote for a Labour Party that's focused on ordinary people. We'll fight for a better country, one with better economic security, cheaper bills, safer streets, the NHS back on its feet again. We ran this election as a changed Labour Party, and thank you for putting your trust in us to change this country. And Keir Starmer is realistic about the scale of the challenges we face and the practical common sense steps we've got to do to get there. There is no magic wand, but the Labour Party is committed to doing whatever it takes to getting our future back. Never again will we go back to the chaotic politics of recent times. This is not the time for the sticking plaster politics of the populist right, and I'm glad that the people of York Outer have recognised that. But I believe that politicians and politics should serve the public. It's time to end the chaos and dysfunction in Westminster and start to rebuild our country together. I am dedicated to service for the people of York Outer, and I'll be working every single day to repay the trust you placed in me. Today we've turned a page. Today the change begins. Thank you.
May I first thank the returning officer and all the staff and people here for putting on, as always in York, a very good, well-mannered count. Ladies and gentlemen, don't worry, I am going to be brief, and my team will be very surprised to hear me say that, because I'm often not very brief. But I do just want to say a few words. Firstly, I want to say it has been a huge honour to serve for 14 years as the MP for York Outer. An absolute privilege, it really has. But it's also been an honour and a privilege to serve our great city. And I think that's something that unites us all in this room, is how great our city of York is and how we have to take it forward. That mantle now has changed, and I want to pay tribute to Luke, and I genuinely, Luke, I wish you all the success in taking that mantle forward, because it is important for our city, and we must always put our city here in York above party politics. There's no doubt that we have seen the winds of political change sweep through our country this evening. The centre-right vote has split, and as a consequence, Keir Starmer is going to get into number 10 with a large majority. The Conservative Party have to recognise that. They have to recognise that the centre-right vote has split, and we have to understand that if we are going to rebuild, and I as a proud Conservative will always believe that we can rebuild and we should rebuild, because it's important in any democracy that you have that strong opposition to take the country forward. And that's what I believe the Conservative Party have to rebuild and deliver. A few thank yous if I can, and then I will finish. A huge thank you to my team. I have to say, you know, my team have been with me, many of them, for all of the 14 years. Slogging the streets back in 2010 to this election. And despite the opinion polls, we had a really big turnout of Conservative supporters and activists trying to win this seat. And I pay a huge thanks to them. We knocked on thousands of doors. We've had thousands of conversations. Some of them quite positive, some of them not so positive, as the result has shown. But if it wasn't for the team, we wouldn't be here, and I have to pay a huge thank you. Thank you to Joe, my agent, to name a few, Jordan, Richard, Sam, who's here, Emma. Huge thank you to Charlotte as well, who's not here. But without that support, I wouldn't be here even, and wouldn't have had 14 years as an MP. So huge thank you to the team and the Conservative team in York Outer. I also want to pay tribute to my family, who supported me through this time, especially my children, George and Florence. George is here again, and also to my partner Sam, who supported me over the last few years. There's one thing in politics, and Luke, I'm sure you will know this, there's one thing in politics, despite our political differences, you need the support of your friends and family when you serve, and that is very important. And I think I've been very lucky, and I've had that, and I hope that you have that as well. I'm sure you will. But ladies and gentlemen, it's for me. I'm going to sign off from York for a while now. I'm going to go back to farming for a little bit, and which I'm actually quite looking forward to. Believe it or not, I'm actually looking forward to a bit of farming and driving the tractor. I might even get on the combine this summer, which will be fun. But thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.